She's in love with the concept, as if we're all just how she imagined. We're in love, we just don't know it yet. But tell me how I'm supposed to see the magic, 'cause I don't believe in it no more. But I won't tell her, 'cause I always imagine it's easier if she thinks she won. So I'ma let her. And she said, I don't think I love you no more. You never seem to call me lately. Girl, I don't think you know me at all, 'cause I never thought I'd have to say this. No, I don't love you, and I never did. Look at us burning down in flames for kicks. But just know, I'm not singing for your ex soul. I'm just singing 'cause it's over.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Battle of the States quarterfinals here. You have Florida versus Texas fighting for a spot to play against Pennsylvania in the semifinals. At this point, we're getting pretty darn close to wrapping this thing up. I mean, after today, we'll only have 5 matches left. Actually, 4, yeah. But anyways, it'll be a best of 3, as is the stream that just happened. Be playing the same demons. And yeah, let's go and pick out the levels that we're going to be playing.
I'll get those out in just a second. There we go. So for your first level, you'll be playing New 4 by Rick Simon. I will send the ID in Match VC. There you go.
All right.
Oh, oops, some other things as well.
Oh yeah, I
was
was gonna ask, how do you spell this?
I was about to say.
Yeah, no one's guessing how to spell that.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a weird
Yeah.
name, but yeah, it is there. It's a U83, not an E.
Wait. Oh, oops. Yeah, there we go.
NUFRH, yeah. It doesn't look like anyone has progress, so we should be able to do this one.
Looking at the comments, everyone's calling this like the worst level ever, or the
Oh,
best level
no.
ever.
Oh god.
It's either
I
the
felt
best level
super
ever or the
unplay
worst level
tested,
ever.
and
Let's
I
find
died
out.
to lots of annoying bugs. Someone said.
Have fun,
Awesome
guys.
level. I love the foot.
Stars requested
Getting excited
9.
is the
Oh,
worst, some of
God.
the worst
Okay.
gameplay he's ever played. That's
It has an
fun.
enjoyment
Yeah.
of 7, so
Wait, let me take off CDF. I don't trust
Well,
this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
fair.
already
Yeah,
preemptively
turned it
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
this fits the tier.
Yeah,
this
is
is
tier 16.
yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
all
It's
right.
just about as like it's at the very least it shouldn't be very hard.
Sounds buggy, so good luck. You're probably gonna need it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh god.
All right.
How much time
All
is
right,
it now?
everybody, it will be a
You will have-
25-minute match. We are going up in time length due to the increase in difficulty. So we'll be beginning our match in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Good luck, everybody.
All right,
And we've
begin
got
our
everyone
first
jumping,
level.
yeah. Here we go with New 4 is what I'm gonna go. I think that's how it's pronounced. Again, the names on the Discord are visible. Like you have your mouse hovered over it. You might want to move
I'm
it
on the
over.
page right now. It's just not exiting right now.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully that sorts itself out. Oh, it's kind of reminds me of Mayhem, actually. Well, that's a good thing or a bad thing as well. Up to the individual person. I imagine for most people it's a bad thing. I haven't touched that level, so I couldn't say. I know it's not very well liked, but Florida versus Texas here. Winner is going to be facing off against Pennsylvania in the semifinals. I believe this is our second quarterfinals match. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it is.
It would be, yep.
Yeah,
Second
first.
quarterfinal match. Tomorrow we have 2 more.
Yeah, so by Friday, you'll be seeing the semifinals, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, Battle of States 2, soon to come to a close.
I'll have to start thinking about what's next,
Yeah.
We'll have a little bit to go until the GD World Tournament qualifiers come back. And then we'll start our World Championship.
Yeah, and that'll be happening in just under 3 weeks. The final qualifiers going around, so lots of tournament stuff coming up. Still got this one to finish. I mean, how are you feeling about this matchup? 'Cause I think Texas is really good. I think there were some doubts, at the very least in my mind, because on one hand, Texas looked absolutely insane during the group stage, looking like one of the, if not just the strongest team. But at the same time, it felt like they also had a bit of a weak group, and that might have been a contributing factor. But so far, Texas has been going strong, and they've shown no
I
signs
mean,
of slowing down.
interestingly
So
enough, both Texas and Florida, so in that group, right? They both won obviously to get here. They're both of their group runner-ups. Both of them got first rounded except for Puerto Rico, I believe. And that's only because they they went up against, well, I guess because they played each other. That's right. What was it? I forgot who North Carolina. It was North Carolina, Puerto Rico, and about the other. But regardless, South Carolina wound up winning the group that Florida was in instead. While so they actually got second in the group, putting them on a collision course to play Texas. I mean, as I mentioned, there are more teams that didn't win their group in this round than there are teams that did win their group.
Texas, one of the remaining few, I believe they're one of the 3 to actually win their first match. The rest all got eliminated within the first.
The thing is,
In the
even
round of
then,
16.
both of these 2 teams had to play pretty competitive games. Even though they were both sweeps, they both very well could have gone the other way.
I mean, yeah, both teams playing some very close games here.
Florida came off of an impressive victory over Oregon, Hawaii, a team that was going after the group stage, would be perceived as one of the favorites to win the whole tournament. But
yeah, massive upset there.
They pulled off the win in the round of 16 to get here against that team. Beforehand, they had a pretty convincing win over Delta.
So Florida beats one tournament favorite and then gets rewarded by facing another tournament favorite. And if they win this one, they get to face another tournament favorite. So pretty difficult side of the bracket for
That's
Florida.
the plight of the left side of the bracket.
Yeah. So Florida group winners and tournament favorites here in Texas. And we'll see if they can triumph on this one too. It was very shocking. They took down Oregon and Hawaii, so we'll see if they can make another upset happen.
Yeah, but
But
now that
hard to
they've
tell
already
for the time being.
already kind of perceived themselves like they've already pulled off one, it's very possible they could pull this one off because they've kind of looked like much better in that game than they'd ever looked.
I mean, very true. They could destroy everyone's brackets just a little bit more than they already have been with all the upsets we've been seeing in the knockout stage so far. I gotta test mine personally is completely off at this point. But we'll see. Like you said, Florida is showing a very good performance so far in this knockout stage. Seems to be suiting them very well. But hard to tell who might be locked in with this one for the time being. We've only got one player going from 0, and that's going to be 83, who actually just started. So we'll see what comes out of this. Going to get 11%. I'll give Texas a little bit of an early lead here, but still not much to note. Still got another 19 minutes remaining on the time here. Of course, time goes up as we're playing Insane Demons now. On the lower end, but Insane Demons nonetheless. So things are getting tough. Still a best of 3, though. Yeah, in the meantime, it looks like DG Fan was actually on a pretty big run there. I believe that was 26-63. So looking at least relatively consistent. 83 new best here, 27%. Continuing to grow that early lead for Texas. And we can see that some of these runs, if you watch the Massachusetts-Pennsylvania match, a lot of these runs end up mattering a lot more with how difficult the levels are getting now. Because it becomes... Seeing completions is a lot less expected on these Insane Demons now. And you'd expect it to go that way. But even with, like, the hard demons, it wasn't uncommon to see 2 completions come through for a team, or see completions come through relatively quickly. But things have stalled out for a very long time on these Insane Demons. So you see teams that get early leads hold on to them quite a bit, and we'll see if that continues to be the trend throughout the rest of the quarterfinals, or even through the rest of this match. But Texas will have that early lead for the time being. But everyone else is going to be practicing. You do get a lot of time to practice now. Very, very, very unlikely that you're going to see any early completions come through that'll cut your practice time short. Just how difficult the levels are at this point. A fluke like on an Insane Demon this early on is highly unlikely. And you can see now Texas is going to be putting even more percentage on the board here. DG Fan is going to start playing from 0. Just got 5 and probably seeing a new best here pretty soon. Yeah. Far past that now. Texas, like I said, continuing to grow this lead. See if DG Fan can catch up to 83 on this attempt here. Gonna get 20%. Let's see Texas now 47% ahead to Florida's 0. But they are getting their practice in, and the general trend in this tournament, we've seen practicers get a lot of value. See if DG Fan wants to change that, though. Already a new best run coming through here. In the mid-20s now. Gonna get 29. Well, it looks like Diablo Games wants to make a response here. It's got 10%. So Florida finally going to start scoring here. Done 46 now. See each of those runs from DG Fan and Diablo Games. 83 is going to go back to playing from 0. Diablo Games going to get 13%. And DG Fan's in the 20s again. But you kind of expect these slow starts. Now becoming more and more the norm. DG Fan going to be in the 30s now. First person to reach that point. Diablo Games on a new best. Going to get 20%. DG Fan still going here in the 40s now.
How far is he going to get?
We're going to have to see. He's looking very consistent right now in the 50s. Not only that, but 83 is on a new best. So Texas is going to pull away a little bit here.
How far is
43
DG Fan
for
going to
83.
get?
Yeah, like you said, DG Fan's still going in the 70s. I was just talking about how you don't normally see flukes on these Insane Demons, but I might be eating my words.
There you go.
Because I think that's
DG
a
Fan's going to
completion.
fluke it from 20. I don't know if we beat the level already, but did.
Not even 10 minutes in, and DG Fan picking up that completion for Texas. And that's going to put them very far ahead. Diablo Game's going to get 43, but that run from DG Fan is going to be a massive game changer. And apparently, that is also 129,000 stars for DG Fan.
Oh, yeah.
So a little bit of a double achievement there. Very cool.
You know, with this, if nobody else beats the level, then it would be Texas's game 1.
It would be, yeah. I mean, we have to see at the very least Diablo Games that run to 43 might be in at least a decent position. But 83 also has 43%, so you have to feel Florida might be in a little bit of danger on this first level, but again, we'll have to wait and see. Diablo Games is getting some practice in right now, as is
I mean,
everyone barring
the one
83.
aspect that Florida does have is the fact that John 10 has not played from zero yet. Considering how
That's
he's
very-
played in the prior rounds, like he could very well like fetch a completion, you know?
That's true. That's potential to tie things up here. Nero as well hasn't played from zero. Actually, half our players haven't played from zero. Infinite Spark still practicing as well. So these guys going to be consistent once they start going from zero. But we're gonna have to wait and see when that happens. Looks like Diablo Games wants to take another crack at going from zero here. Needs to pass 43. Putting more percentage on the board here. Again, a completion would tie things up. At least on the completion side. If Diablo Games were to get a completion, Texas would still be ahead in percentage, so they'd hold on to that lead. But you mentioned it before. Looks like John 10 is going to start going from zero here. Remains to be seen if Diablo Games will be picking up a best here. John 10 on a new best run. In 10s now. Nero and Infinite Spark still practicing. Couple wild cards these two. We'll have to see what they can do. 83's been going from zero for some time, but hasn't been able to pass 43. John 10 in the late 20s now, and you mentioned this player, very, very dangerous. Already in the 30s. This is a fluke from 4 for John 10 right now. And that practice seems to be paying off in the 40s now. And you got to keep in mind, this level does end early. Ended at 82, I believe, for DG Fan. And John 10 in the 60s now. You have to wonder, are we going to be seeing a fluke from 4 for John 10?
That would be crazy, but he's kind of getting towards the ending there. Not too much left. And there you go. John 10's going to fluke the level from 4. And now that, I believe, is the lead. It would be a tie. It would be a tie.
It'll be tied for now. You see, once Infinite Spark gets a act like a run that would come up on the spreadsheet, then Texas would be ahead by a little bit.
Oh wait, yeah.
But it's pretty much tied up. Infinite Spark has 5 right now, I believe. Actually, on a new best run here, so we'll put some points on the board for some percentage on the board for Texas. And see they're up 5% for the time being and counting. But look at 83 on a new best, 24% for Infinite Spark, 83 in the 50s.
No, and right here, this could be the difference. Let's see. No, it will not. It'll be 64.
Already a bit of a response here to John 10's completion. Texas does not want to give up that percentage lead, and they might be gunning for a completion soon enough. Especially because Infinite Spark on a new best run again. And 83 with that run to 64. Once again, Florida might be in a little bit of danger. We'll have to see. Nero's still practicing. A fluke could come through. We've seen 2 fluke completions from 29 and from 4. So Nero could be the third to do so, but look at Infinite Spark in the 50s right now. We're on to the 60s now, and you have to wonder, are we going to be seeing yet another fluke? No! You're going to go down.
Again, look where Texas is in regards to percentages. If there's no more completions for the rest of the game, there's a good chance that Texas will be the one holding on for the win.
Yeah, Diablo Games just got a new best 44%, but that's
there is
not
plenty of time left.
There is, but everyone's only getting better here. I mean, take another look at 83. This is at the very least a second best run. And still going. Another run to the 50s now. Be wondering, is 83 going to get a new best? Maybe even a completion. We've seen these flukes come through, and we might be looking at another one.
Well, there's a new best. Be 68 this time.
And 83 going to help Texas grow that percentage lead even more. They're going to be up, I believe, 91% now.
For Florida, I feel like the the goal here is just have one of them pick up a completion and force an early ending or overtime.
That's really what Florida needs right now, especially with 83 and Infinite Spark being so close to that ending. I said it ended at 82. It actually looked more like 79. So they're very close to picking up completions at this point. That would bring about an early ending to the match. So clock is ticking for Florida, at least for the time being, to pick up that completion or at least get some really deep runs to take the percentage lead back. Gonna have just under 9 minutes to do so. And Infinite Spark, another respectable run here to the 30s. See how much further this guy's going to be entering the 40s soon. Looks like Nero's finally going to start going from 0. Just got 14%, but Infinite Spark's on another run to the 50s right now. And 60s, once again, another crack at getting this completion. We'll pass the previous best in the 70s now.
And there you
That's gonna
go.
be
There's
last
a
round.
completion. The end screen is long, so it'll be a little bit before we have the match cutoff point. We are getting to it.
Yeah, Florida's going to have a little bit more time here, but new best screen
Right now
comes
it's
through.
the cutoff.
So final attempts for Diablo Games, Nero and 83
The
here.
Apple Games goes down.
And Nero's done.
Here it goes down as well, and so that's going to end the match. 83 still going, and they are now done. And with that, it is going to be Texas that will take game 1.
Ah, okay. Well,
Awesome, dude.
wait. I
Wow.
thought. Damn. Okay. Oh,
I am real. Why do I keep getting new best in practice mode?
Yeah.
That's like the 3rd time this has happened.
That level did not function at all
It
for
didn't
me.
work. All of my deaths were to bugs.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of bugs
For
that
the
you have to
record,
figure
for
out
the
how they
record,
work in
John
this
10
level.
fluked it from 4, and DG Fan fluked it from like 23 or something like that.
damn.
Y'all some cheaters, bro.
Yeah, this is really one of those levels you need to really study.
I hate my life.
Dude,
I
that's
didn't even
what I was,
bother.
like, doing
I don't know.
most
The only part that I really struggled with was like the last bit, so I just didn't even bother learning that. So, but that didn't even matter anyways.
How close?
All
was
right,
it
let's move
to
on to
match?
level 2 now.
All right.
Okay, for your second level, which is hopefully more functional, you're going to. Okay, this is a Woogie level, so I'd be surprised no one beat this. But
Oh.
Gust Dive.
No.
Oh,
How
shoot.
do you
I feel like Gus Dive.
Ooh,
I
that's
feel like somebody would have
Gus
played
Dive.
this though, right?
commodity?
And the idea
Oh,
is
it
there.
looks
not.
like.
That's not.
Actually, I don't think so. Yeah,
Oh, Gus
So-
Dive.
it looks like
Okay.
this is
Someone
gonna be
played
what
it?
we're gonna play, as long as Nero hasn't.
Oh,
No, well, no. I have like. Whatever.
All right, we'll be beginning our 25-minute match. We'll be
the last
beginning
part's
our
gonna be
match in
impossible.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
All right, good luck.
I think I've beaten this level. Let me see.
I have
No, I
never heard of
haven't,
it.
but I do know about it. This is quite a level for the record. Like, this is 2.0.
I never knew about this one. I mean, I thought Woogie had a pretty good track record, all things considered, with like
I mean, it's
what,
not a
Colorful
bad
Overnight,
level. It's
Windy
just
Landscape,
for the time.
Tension.
For the time, it was probably pretty decent. Just didn't really age like the greatest in some ways.
It's just weird because I feel like a lot of like Woogie's more famous levels have all aged pretty well. I would say like the 3 I just listed.
I guess that is true. But
I feel Windy Landscape and Retention.
this is a
especially, are
collab.
still like staples.
you can see like
Ah,
Gelt made this part. Like,
and so that explains why this just does not look like a Woogie level at all.
yeah.
Yeah, this one looks strange to say the least. Looks like DG
I mean,
Fan.
Texas is looking to see if
getting
they
a
can
little bit ahead,
continue
but-
their dominant run in this tournament.
Again, yeah, Texas showing why they're tournament favorites on that last level, up a completion and I believe just under 80% at the end of that match. GG Fan picking up a very early completion to put them in the lead. Infinite Spark closing it out. insanely impressive, especially considering Infinite Spark is a mobile player.
Yeah, I feel like adding click between steps, though, I feel like largely kind of lowered the gap on like levels like this. Because like I think the gap still exists on like the high end extremes, but like they aren't like forced to basically play on 60 anymore. I feel like that helps a ton.
I mean, that's true, but still, bro, playing on mobile is impossible. Like, it's so bad. It's so weird. I can't.
Fine at it.
Like, I mean, I know. I feel like most GD players were mobile players at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
I
I'm
know I
thinking,
was.
right?
Like, I could never go back. As soon as I went to PC, I was playing on a laptop. As soon as I went to my laptop, I was like, yeah, I can't do that anymore. I'm good. My hardest on mobile is like a medium even. Playing on mobile is too difficult. I had Wave especially. Holy, Wave is like top 1 on mobile. It's disgusting.
Yeah, but again, as I said, click between steps now like existing on mobile too. I feel like helps a lot.
I mean, maybe I'll have to give mobile another shot at some point. Looks like DG
It
fans
honestly might not
playing
feel as
practice run
bad
already.
anymore because like I would imagine it makes like a huge difference.
Maybe. I mean, I'd have to try it. I don't know. Maybe for mobile it helps a lot. I mean, I use it right now, and on I don't feel the difference. I never have. I don't even know if I ever will, but I still use it. You know, free advantage. Maybe mobile, it's a major difference maker. I don't even know if Infinite Spike uses it. I'd assume so. But once again, just doing our practice runs here. DG Fan actually completed his practice run pretty early. So in terms of learning, he's going to be a little bit ahead of everyone else. So see if he can turn that into a completion. Was the first to get the completion on the last level. Followed by John Tan, who had a bigger fluke, but DG Fan still getting the completion first. So a very strong performance. Has been a staple player for Texas throughout the entirety of the tournament and continuing to show why he's such a good player. We'll see if this level ends up being the same thing. But again, for current player progress, not too much to note. Just gonna be doing those practice runs, so everyone learning once again. I do have to ask, Patrick, what is your favorite Woogie level? And if you don't have a favorite, then just like pick one.
I have one. I'll have to go and find it. Give me 1 sec. It's pretty unusual. It's Endorphin.
I haven't heard of that one either. I only know like the 3
Yeah.
most Vegas Woogie levels. I gotta brush up on my Woogie knowledge. See, just because of the ones that I've actually played, I'd have to say Windy Landscape, but like
Yeah,
that
this level
level is
also
like
ends
mid.
like around 82.
Oh yeah, another early end screen. Looks like the Apple game's just gonna be making sure there's no like secret jump right at the end. Because that could be costly. You don't know, especially in the new format. Gonna be getting more practice in now. DG Fan nearing the end of the second practice run here. Looks like Infinite Spark and 83 are going for another practice run as well. So learning for Texas. Going pretty good here.
I'm low-key just shocked DG Fan or like 83 haven't played this level. Like I thought for sure this would have been played.
I don't know. I've never heard of this one.
I do think we'll probably get a
nothing.
completion, but it's probably going to be pretty late.
We'll see.
It'd be one where it's like DG Fan and John 10 are like the only ones to beat it.
Yes, at the very least, John 10, DG Fan, Infinite Spark, all getting completions on the last level. And 83 was pretty close, all things considered. Didn't get the completion in the end, but nearly picking it up. The Apple Games was about halfway done with it, so we'll see. I think most of the players have shown a pretty good performance, all things considered. Nero didn't really get much time to shine, but we'll see how that shakes up. on this level. Hopefully more time to make that practice count, because we didn't really get to see much of what Nero could
Yeah,
do.
obviously when an early ending happens, it's just kind of like, you don't really know.
You don't really get to do much, you know? For all we know, Nero could have fluked it on the next attempt, and we're never going to find out. But is a new addition to the Floridian team. And we should thank Nero, because before Nero joined, I don't think Florida actually had a full roster, because they're missing a third player.
And they said they'd be
So-
there, they just weren't.
Yeah, so Nero coming in clutch for Florida right now. And we're still able to get the match started somewhat on time. So coming in clutch for the channel as well. Especially considering the short notice. But we'll see if they can shine a little brighter on this level. Again, everyone's still going to be practicing. I still don't think in terms of slow starts, this was as bad as the first level in the Massachusetts Pennsylvania match. I don't remember what it was called, but that one was slow.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, that was a hard one. It's like DG Fan is going to be going for a third practice run here. Infinite Spark also going for what I believe is the third practice run. Yeah, for the time being, not too much to note yet. I'm curious to see what John Tan can do on this level. As you've mentioned, he's had a very good performance throughout the tournament, but fluked from 4 on the last one. So John Tan practicing a lot and then just picking up those completions really quickly. Reminds me of Reichlich's in a way. And I believe on the last one we did see, I think it was 83, and then we saw DG Fan start going from 0 pretty early, and then also picked up a fluke. So I wonder if they're going to be fluking again, or if they're going to need a lot more practice this time around. But it seemed like once they started going from 0, they just kind of kept it going. And both started relatively early compared to everyone else. Although I believe in this practice round, DG Fan hasn't died in a while, so actually looking pretty consistent. I have to feel he's going to start going from 0 soon enough. A little bit of a similar story for John Tan. I'm also getting some practice in. Hey, did you say you beat this one? Or you just played it?
I have not beaten it.
I feel like you have a lot of stuff about, but you haven't beaten them. You just play a lot of random levels for fun.
Honestly, I didn't want to beat this level. I played it.
Well, it
like,
looks
I don't think I'm
interesting.
gonna beat this level.
I should really try more levels. I feel like I always kind of decide one I'm gonna play before, and then I start it, and then I do a practice run, then I start late a little bit. I'm like, actually, yeah, no, this sucks, and then I stop playing it. That's how most levels go for me. At least most of the time, when it comes to medium demons, those are the only ones I can really force myself to finish. But most of the time, I don't mind them, even if they do some really stupid stuff. I don't know why everyone hates medium demons so much. It's honestly my favorite demon difficulty. Low-key, they're better than extremes. 15 for GG Fan.
You know what's funny
So-
is that if Texas wins, then both semifinalists from the left side would have been completely undefeated, never losing a single match. Like that includes losing in or winning in 3. They're both completely undefeated throughout the tournament. While right now, all 4 teams that are in the quarterfinals on the right side have lost. Actually, not just all 4 of them have lost at least a game. Because Nevada, Utah lost to Oregon, Hawaii, Colorado, New Mexico lost to Idaho, Indiana lost to Michigan, Maryland lost to Pennsylvania.
That is an interesting statistic. I was gonna bring up, yeah, because Texas is not, like you mentioned, Texas has not dropped a game yet. Neither will Pennsylvania, or neither has Pennsylvania.
So yeah, we can see DGFan and 83 are starting to go from 0 now. So
yeah, so Texas another early lead here. See if they can continue their undefeated streak and bring it to Pennsylvania. Maybe Florida's got something to say about it. At the very least, Floridian players are pretty far back in their practice runs. Might be going from 0 soon. We'll have to see. But DG Fan and 83 going to continue scoring here. 15 for 83.
yeah, I mean, right now, whoever wins this, I would argue, is playing in a semifinal in which they will be favored regardless of matchup in the final.
Yeah, because I see 30 for DG Fan. At least on paper
Florida
right
would
now,
be like
Texas
mildly favored, probably, but Texas would probably enter in as heavy favorites if they made the final.
All right, 21% for 83 here. But yeah, like I said, Texas is like, at least on paper, one of the 2 favorites to win the whole tournament alongside Pennsylvania at this point in time. And Colorado and New Mexico also a group winner. So you say probably those 3 are who you would expect to win the tournament because they've won their groups and are continuing to show strong performances. But we'll see if any upsets happen. But yeah, it's if you're winning this one, then at least going into the finals, if you can win the semis, you're probably in a pretty good position again on paper. See if that's how it actually shakes out. But the finals won't be for some time. Looks like DG Fan wants to make his way there though, in the 40s right now. Wants that semifinal spot. We're on to the 50s now for DG Fan. Gonna get 50% on the dot. Meanwhile, it looks like Diablo Games was going to start going from 0 now, so Florida going to be fighting back a little bit. 11% for Diablo Games.
It's definitely crazy. DG Fan already having 50% on the level.
Yeah, in terms of percentage difference, that's going to be a very big difference maker for Texas. And we'll see if this ends up being, we'll see if completions end up making a big difference here. But we are well over halfway done at this point in time. Just over 10.5 minutes left on the timer. See 17 for Diablo Games there. And the furthest run is 50%. Granted, this level does end at, I believe, 82 is when the cutscene starts.
So yeah, that's true. So DG Fan actually has done more than half the level. The thing is, from what I can tell, the first half is very learny, while the second half isn't as much.
I mean, yeah, it looks like a lot of people have been practicing pretty early. Although, another very strong player in John 10 is going to start going from 0 here. Going to get 15.
Yeah, and again, you never. Oh, that's already worse than his last fluke. So I guess he sucks now. Like, couldn't fluke past 4. Like,
yeah, it fell off. Should have fluked from 0.
Yeah, the other match he like fluked from 5 or whatever. Like,
old John 10 wouldn't even die in practice mode. Just one attempt at.
you can see DG Fan is going into the 40s.
Yeah, very true here. DG Fan might be getting a new best. John 10 is on a new best right now. Infinite Spark is going to start going from 0, so we got a couple runs coming through
This
here.
could be 49. That click looks really dumb. I'll say that. It's kind of blind.
It seemed like DG Fan did that click and then kind of passed
but
it.
Again,
but
let's see how far John 10
later.
gets.
Maybe John 10 will also die to 50. We'll see in the 40s right now. Again, a fluke from 15 for John 10 for the time being. And doesn't die to 50. So this is the furthest anyone's gone at this point in time. Gonna be in the 60s now. Infinite Spark still going with that run. John 10 gonna get 61%. Infinite Spark in
now,
the
that does
late
put,
20s.
That does put Florida in the lead, though, for the bin until Infinite Spark's percentages get reported.
We will see. Although I do expect more percentage to come through for Florida, because while all that was happening, Diablo Games that are run from 16 to, I believe, the late 60s.
Interesting. Yeah,
So some
Infinite Spark's
consistency
still
there,
going.
but
Gets past DG Fan. He actually be the
yeah, we'll
first to
see.
beat the level.
See if Infinite Spark
I mean,
can pass John
36
10.
from
83 getting a
83.
36.
Gonna get past John
Infinite
10.
Spark, yeah.
And gonna
This
get
is the first run of
63.
anyone.
There's the run. But the furthest run out of anybody will jump Texas in the lead by a fair bit. But again, DL Apple Games still hasn't really made their mark. You never know with John 10, right? Hero is still practicing, so yeah, a lot to be said. But John 10, let's see how far he can get now. Will he get past the duel? He will not hit the orb. DG Fan currently the furthest in the level right now, approaching the current best mark of 50. It's a little bit of a bad click, so we'll see. Yeah, he dies to it again at 49, I think, this time. But Texas still holding on currently. Hero now
Okay.
officially starting, I believe, from 0, so.
Yeah, very true. Looks like the Apple Games or DL Apple Games is on a new best here. Did I miss anything? My Discord just crashed.
Not particularly. DG Fan is going into the 40s right now.
Yeah, might be getting a new best. DL Apple Games is still going here. Nero on a new best as well.
Yeah, Nero putting points on the board. It'll be 32%.
Yeah, DL Apple Games still going. Runs to the 50s here. Past DG Fan, who actually just died to 50 again. But
Been
DL
brutal
Apple
for
Games is
him.
still going.
But it's going to be
59
for DL Apple Games, which is going to give Florida the lead by just a mere 3%.
But they might be growing that lead. Look at John 10 in new best territory here.
Will he get past? No, he's not. He still has to get 61.
Well, yeah, but he's getting close.
Now he's in new best. Oh, no. See?
Right.
No, yeah. No, he didn't. He got 61. He was not
I
in new best
realized
territory.
we have different definitions for new best territory, so I just realized.
Yeah. New best territory for me has to mean like it's gonna be a new best.
I'm like that, like close. That's
Nero,
new best
see if this could be a
territory.
new best for Nero. This would be huge. It will be.
Yeah, Nero passing 32 here, still going. And Florida will continue to grow that percentage lead. Actually in the lead now, so they've made a little bit of a comeback. I was going to mention Diablo Games goes down to 41 there. But Florida up 10% here. And we got 5.5 minutes left for this match. And if Florida can keep this up, they might be taking us to a game 3 here.
And DG Fan and John 10 are going.
And John 10 in the 40s.
And the aces of the two teams this tournament. But Johnson's going to die to that same ship that's been haunting DG Fan. This is his first death at the ship, but we'll see. Does DG Fan get past it? He does get past it this time. This is new best for DG Fan. Still going. It'll be 39 for 83, 54 for DG Fan. And now it is a 3% game.
Well, Florida's lead has shrunk, but in the end, they are still ahead, however small their lead may be. Looks like DL Apple Games is on another run to the 40s here.
This is true. This be a new best for DL Apple Games. Get past that click.
Yeah, past 50% now. Gonna pass 54 as well. See what DL Apple Games can do here.
And there's a new
And it's
best
gonna
for
pass
DL
59.
Apple Games. Will he get past the duel? He does. Only Infinite Spark has gotten past this duel so far. It's going to be 65, though. But that is great news for Florida, who can pad out their lead, especially with Nero into getting close to new best territory. Gets past it, but dies at 39. Same percentage as before, but further into it this time.
Yeah, very close. 39.96 for Nero. So no more points there. We do not count fractions of percentages, but Nero almost getting that new best. We'll see if one comes through the next time around. DG Fan going to be in the 40s now. Has broken the 50% curse. So we'll see if we can get any further.
You know, a run into the 60s could potentially help flip things, but we'll just have to see. I mean,
Yeah,
this is new best. Gonna get
See,
into the
pause tech, what
duel.
does it bring?
This could be the lead. 64. That's gonna put them in the lead by 1, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think it's 1% lead for Texas here.
Yeah, Texas is gonna be up by just 1 with about 3 minutes left.
So this one is neck and neck. Texas will take back the lead once again, but Florida's keeping it real close, and we still haven't seen any completions. And normally at this point in time, I'd mention how players with lower percentages could have the chance of shaking some big time.
The
But both
DG fan
Nero
and
and
80
83 at this point have 39.
I was gonna say both DG fan and 83 are synced.
Oh, they are. But look at Nero on a new best run here.
But Nero, this will take the lead. That was so close what Nero just did there. But still going into the, let's see, gets past the choke point here. This could be massive. It'll be 54% for Nero. John 10 still going too. So is DL Apple Games. They're gonna die though, but again, now Florida has a 14-point lead with getting close to 2 minutes left. But how far is DL Apple Games gonna get?
Yeah, late 50s now. Looking like another duel attempt here.
Gonna
Needs to
get
pass
past the duel.
65.
And we have a new best out of anybody. DL Apple
Might actually
Games.
be looking at a completion.
Could this be the completion? There's not that much left in the level.
Hey, it looks like I think this is the final part here. DL Apple Games getting closer and closer in the 80s now.
And he's gonna beat the level. Great job, Florida. DL Apple Games is gonna get the completion. Not too much time on the clock, but Texas might actually lose their first game of the entire tournament.
I mean, yeah, an insane run from DL Apple Games to shake things up here. And we talk so much about DG Fan and John Tan, but it's DL Apple Games that is going to put Florida very ahead here. And with just barely a minute left, you have to wonder if Florida's going to be taking this to a game 3.
Also wonder how far John 10's gonna get here.
Yeah, another run to the 50s. Haven't been too kind, all things considered, but John 10 will be reaching the 60s now. Another
We'll get
duel
past
attempt.
the duel. He'll get 63, a couple more points to add up to the lead.
Florida up 51% now, in addition to that completion, which is crucial. And Florida put themselves in a very good position, especially considering that Texas needs more than just a completion. Unless 83 is the one to pick up the completion, then they need a new best as well if they want to take the lead
Oh,
back.
look where
So,
DG Fan is.
yeah, DG Fan might be getting a new best in the 60s now. Looking like a duel attempt here. And we saw DL Apple Games flew from 65. DG Fan.
This is
gonna
past
pass
that mark.
New best
It's
territory
5,
here.
4, 3, 2, 1. That'll be time's
And
up.
time's up now.
I don't know if Infinite Spark got that off. I think Nero's now
Just
done.
barely, I
but
think.
DG Fan's not
DG
going to
Fan
beat
is
the level,
done.
which means unless like 83, but they're at a new best, it would take Infinite Spark probably getting all the way, but it's going to be 49 for 83. And I'll check to see if that if this Infinite Spark run even counts.
It did, but like barely.
did,
It's by like
okay.
half a second.
But now it's going
Infinite
to be
Spark is
it.
going to go down, but
John 10's
Johnson
going to get
is
66, but regardless, that will end the match. And Florida is going to respond to take us to a deciding game 3. Texas
Dude, I
now
can't
on the
believe what
ropes.
you
That might have been my worst performance ever on like anything. That was awful for me.
I mean, good
Yep.
job though. Good job.
That
With
was
it being
scary.
with it being 1-1, what are we thinking? This is kind of what we wanted. This is kind of what the viewers were hoping that this stream would
I was
become,
actually
right?
not expecting to do so well on this.
That
don't think-
that was.
So you got your first
I
match
felt
nerves out of the
disappointed by
way,
that.
Nero. Like I think
Yeah,
that's
this-
very common that people don't play well in their first game.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
There was like 999 other alternate universes where I did not beat that, and I should not have done that. That was
Oh, y'all are
terrifying.
better than me.
And yeah, that was ultimately the difference.
Damn. Okay.
Wow. Okay, so that's insane. Good job, everybody.
Well, I do have your third and deciding level here, unless someone has beaten it. So You guys are going to be playing Silent Wind. I don't know who made it, but that's
Silent Wind. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh, DG fans beat
Oh
it.
no,
Is
I've
it-
played this before.
Is it good or is it bad? DG
It's
fan
a
has beat
2.0
it.
level.
It's really mediocre. It's
Okay.
really mediocre.
okay.
so-
Never mind.
Yay!
What about
Cool.
what about
Spending?
Blaster by Ruster?
Oh,
but
that
with
I
an
thought that's
E?
like IDL, isn't it? Isn't that like really
Thank
hard?
God.
Wait,
Yeah, it's
wait.
tier
No,
19.
Yeah, it's tier 19. I take it back.
Tier
I take it back.
19.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
That's
didn't
really
know
hard.
Cirky Esther had an insane demon. That's cool, but it's tier 20, so you can't even
That was
play it.
under.
What about Explosion Noise by Bang Ring?
Ocean noise.
Tier 17.
To 17, okay.
Okay, John 10 is too much in practice, so we can't play
John
this.
10 has done a full
Oh,
practice
okay.
run.
Fair enough.
Okay, we're
alright.
just rolling through levels.
Instead, you are
Yeah.
going to be playing a Darwin level, Lockdown.
I think
I
I've played it.
Copied
Never
the
mind.
name and not the ID. Okay, well, here you go.
Thank you so
Oh god.
much.
Alright.
Now, one thing that is interesting,
Lockdown,
right, is
lockdown.
normally the team that wins game 1, even if they get forced to a game 3, historically, the game 1 winner has gone on to win the series most of the time. See if that changes in this match. We got locked down. Looks like, is that everybody? Yeah, looks like it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll be a 25-minute match, as was the last match. We'll be beginning our deciding game. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, everybody.
All right, we have begun the deciding game 3. Florida has forced Texas, which, very challenging thing to do to outperform Texas in a match.
But Florida has done it, and they had it was actually relatively convincing victory over Texas on that level. All things considered, up to completion and a decent amount of percentage there, similar to Texas's win on the first level. So it's all going to come down to this one. Both teams have shown
I
strong
believe
performances.
only 2 teams so far this knockout stage have won a set while losing the first game. Those are Massachusetts against Great Plains and Maryland against Connecticut Island.
So Florida has a chance to be the third.
The
I
round
believe.
of 16, I believe. Yeah, it was just that one. Each round has had one instance of that happening.
Maybe Florida will be the one instance. We'll have to see. Both teams on the ropes. Shame only one will be making it to the semifinals. Both have looked very good.
Well, I mean, in Florida's case, you didn't beat South Carolina in the group stage, and if you didn't, you'd be on the other side of the bracket. So it's hard to feel like too bad for them. The main case I would have felt bad for is if it was Oregon, Hawaii versus Texas in like this round, if that would have been the match, because they both won their groups. But in Florida's case, I mean, they got seconds, so they have to bear the consequences, and those consequences are getting harder matches in the knockout stage.
Well, maybe this is just their training regimen. They already took down one tournament favorite. What's one more? But Texas, again, that's their first loss ever. Or first loss in this tournament, rather. DG fan going to be completing the practice run early once again. Going for another here. But again, on the ropes, we'll see if Texas ends up pulling away with this one. But it's looking interesting now because really, like, either team could take it because they both won in very similar ways. So it's really just going to come down to who's really locked in on this final level. Funnily enough, it's called Lockdown. I even consider that pun by accident. Well, it looks like DG Fan and Infinite Spark a little bit ahead of the curve, although they're noticing some very interesting things on the screen shares. Well, for one, Infinite Spark is on mobile, so you can see the border for the glow, which is a very common thing on
Alpha
most
games,
levels.
can you like
aren't actually
not set it
correct.
to be like that huge?
Yeah, that's the other thing I was gonna mention is the Alpha Games labels are like humongous. But now it's just Infinite Spark's glow being wrong. But such are the consequences of being on mobile. Not really much you can do about that. Just don't focus on it too hard. You'll be fine. But again, for the time being, not much going to be happening. Everyone going to be doing some learning. Both matches have had rather slow starts. So we'll see if this one's any different. This is another learning level. But maybe as far as learning levels go, this one's an easier one to learn. See, Johnson, I'm going to finish a practice run there. I'm going to start doing runs now. I'll have to see if Infinite Spark and DG Fan end up going from 0 after they finish these practice runs, or if they start doing runs as well. But DG Fan getting pretty close to concluding that practice run now. Infinite Spark isn't too far behind, but it looks like both are going to be doing runs here. So everyone wants to make sure they get really consistent. Wait, interesting enough, this is a Darwin level.
Spaghetti, can you check if there's a bug at 52, like CBF related?
Sure. Oh, I thought we weren't doing anything about that.
Well, I mean, we can inform them if we know about it.
All right. What exactly am I looking for?
Fabricorn told me 52%.
But like, what happens? Because I wouldn't know what it is exactly.
I'm not sure.
All right. I'm gonna find out. Okay, I trust you to handle commentary while I investigate.
I mean, we can see here, kind of still in the early practice phase. So, it's been quite the ride so far when it comes to this tournament for Florida. For Texas, this is the first match that could really be described as such because they hadn't really been challenged. I mean, at least challenged in a way where it looked like they would lose. And here,
It's not a bug, by the way.
what?
I'm playing the
Oh,
level alongside
it's
them.
not a
It's not a
bug.
bug. You
Okay.
just have to not hit the black orb and go in late.
Thanks.
It's just a bad transition.
All right.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Magmeta, for popping in and clarifying that.
No more playtesting for me. I get to go back to commentating, my favorite thing. Also, very good timing because I got stuck at like 8 trying to figure out how to do a robot jump. So it would have taken forever. But from the looks of it, yeah, not much has changed.
The randomness is so interesting, like the randomness of the levels, because it's like, on one hand, it's like it can be annoying to get like certain levels, but on the other hand, it also just like provides so many more like interesting like results and outcomes off of that. You never know like exactly what you have to play. You just kind of have to like prepare for what you could play.
Well, I guess that's kind of just the nature of the tournament. Sometimes you're just going to get some random garbage, but you got to be better at the random garbage than everyone else is. Wouldn't really be a level race tournament without getting some random, very weird level with weird transitions. I guess that's just kind of how it goes. It makes the good levels feel so much better, you know? Well, we'll see how the players like this one. It's like DL Apple Games actually just did 56 to 100, so the runs are coming through. Going for another practice run here. I think DG Fan is also on a decent run, though I didn't catch exactly where from. Nero was playing from 19, so might actually be the first to go from 0. Interestingly enough, has been one of the people to practice a lot more, but we'll see. But yeah, it looks like everyone wants to make sure they're super confident on this level before they start going from zero. Everyone looking to be a pretty big difference maker on this final level here. At the very least, wanting to be. DG Fan has moved pretty far back at this point in time, playing from 24 for the time being. I will see within the next couple minutes if we start seeing some runs from zero. It looks like John 10 is actually alternating in one of the wave spams there. I think it was in the 40s, so it's kind of funny. See, DG Fan just did that spam as well, but looks like it was a single tap there. Patrick, you know how to alternate?
Nope. But that's why I have a fast finger.
Me neither, but I do not have a fast finger.
But yes, all those like layouts I like making stuff with like that gameplay, like that's all one finger.
I don't know how you do that. One day I'm gonna be like, I want to beat this level. It's gonna be super spammy. I'm gonna have to learn how to alternate because I will not be single tapping it. I have terrible clicks per second.
It's like DG Fan's gonna start from zero now.
Yeah, so like Texas, another early lead. Gonna be their third in a row now. Always the first to go from zero here.
Oh, the stream just like skipped for a sec. But yeah,
That's just me lagging, but yeah.
Still going. No, it was me. I saw it on DG Fan's stream as well.
Yeah,
I'm
DG Fan is in the late 40s
it's still
right now.
going. Could this be a fluke from zero, maybe?
To beat John 10's fluke from 4. Everything on the line for DG Fan.
No way, right?
I would be shocked.
Nearly
I don't think this
died
one has an
there,
early
but-
ending. Did that spam a little weird, but DG Fan's in the 70s.
Could be 74.
No fluke from zero. Looks like that's going to be John Tan's to claim. And maybe it'll be Infinite Sparks, who's actually going from zero now. So Texas is going to be taking a real big early lead here.
Maybe that round was a blip. We'll still have to find that out, you know, like the last round. Because again, like DG Fan not beating the level is like a huge anomaly. That very well could just be something that happens like one in like however many tries, but doesn't really happen consistently.
We'll see. Infinite Spark did just get 24%, and these are some pretty good first runs from zeros for DG Fan especially. So considering how early Texas has started going from zero, they've put themselves in a pretty good position already. Although it looks like DL Apple Games is going to start looking for a response. Gonna get a 20. Texas will still remain in the lead by 75%. But DG Fan is in the 70s again.
Yeah, let's be it. Yeah, it gets past that click because that last one seemed easy. He just kind of flinched. 27 for Infinite Spark.
13 for Nero, but DG Fan is still going, and
it's gonna be 88. Again, still a great start for DG Fan.
Yeah, not a completion, but this is like insanely fast progress for DG Fan. I mean, no one else can really compare. Looks like Nero was actually on a new best, but it was in practice mode, so it's not going to count. 83 is going to get 17%. So all of Texas playing from zero now. Whereas all of Florida in practice mode. So we'll see if Florida has the time for this practice. At the very least, it looks like DG Fan is very close to picking up a completion now. The DL Apple Games on another good run here, so looking decently consistent. Whether or not that consistency can match DG Fans, we'll have to see. Infinite Sparks is going to get 39%. And looks like 83 is on a new best run here. Going to be in the 40s, so this would be the second furthest run of anyone at the very least. Going to get 46%.
Yeah, it means all three Texas players have a further run than any of the Florida players right now. All the Florida players are in practice, so.
So DL Apple Games would just do 60 to 100 after doing, I think it was like 21 to 56. So we'll see if any meaningful progress comes through for DL Apple Games at the very least. But this practice could pay off big time for Florida if they could pull off some big flukes here. But Texas is making steady progress. The clock might be ticking for Florida. Yeah, Deal Apple Games is on a run to the 20s, though. This is a new best. And as I said, it was very consistent in practice mode. We might be seeing a very deep run here in the 40s now. Past Infinite Sparks best of 39%, just past 83's best of 46. And in the 50s now. This is a fluke from 23 for DL Apple Games.
61 going to forget to hit the orb, but DG Fan going, about to reach that same mark.
DG Fan will remember to hit the orb. And is now in the 70s for the third time on this level. Late 70s now going to be entering the 80s. And DG Fan, might this be a completion this time around? This is going to be an ending attempt here. Final stretch for DG Fan.
91, though, will not be a completion.
All right, look at 83. This is a run to the 60s. Going to get 61. Also forgot about that orb.
I guess it's just pretty forgettable.
Maybe so. Nero going to get 15%. And in the end, despite that run from DL Apple Games, that new best from Nero, Texas is still going to be up 115% here. With just over 10 minutes left. DL Apple Games, another run to the 40s here. Nero going to get 16%. And John Tan, who's going from 1, finally going to start playing from 0 now. DL Apple Games going to go down to 55, I believe it was. Might have been 56. Either way, dead to the 50s. No new best there. And I can't confirm it was 56. Looks like Nero on a new best. Going to get 32%. 83 actually gone back to practice mode. But John Tan playing from 0. And this is a fluke from 0 for John Tan. In the 40s right now. GG Fan also in the 40s.
Oh my god. No way he does it again, right? Let's see.
Can't be a fluke from 0. Surely not. John Tan in the 60s now. So this is the second furthest anyone has
gone. Getting far into the level
time.
At this point. Yeah, only DG Fan's gone further. But DG Fan's at the same point. DL Apple Games just picked up 70. DG Fan's also in the 80s, so we could actually see both of these players beat the level.
But DG Fan goes down, but John Tan is still going.
But John Tan's going to get 90, just 1% short of what DG Fan got. And now Florida has a lead by 1%.
Another 1% lead for Florida. Okay, a 2% lead.
Now
actually,
it's up to 2. Infinite Spark going close to new best, though, so this could take the lead back. Yeah, there you go. There's the lead back for Texas once this attempt concludes, and it's going to be 47.
47 for Infinite Spark here. And we can see Texas is up 6% now. This is a game where
now going to go back to 0.
Yep, the smallest improvement's making the biggest difference here. Texas is going to take that lead back, but this one is real close. DG Fan is in the 50s once again. DL Apple Games in the late 40s. Going to be in the 50s soon enough. DG Fan going to go down. DL Apple Games goes down to 60%. John Tan now, late 40s. Going to be in the 50s now. And might we be seeing a completion for John Tan this time around? Been very consistent. Fluking to 90 from 0. Not able to get that completion. DG Fan a couple of ending deaths as well, but maybe John Tan is going to be the one to pick up the first completion here. This is yet another run to the 80s. John Tan getting closer and closer. Another shot at the ending. Perhaps one final dance here for the quarterfinals. John Tan
is going to beat the level. And currently, Florida is actually up.
And Florida will be taking the lead with the completion and a 4% advantage. Thanks to that run from John Tan, putting in huge work for Florida. And it was a very close game. Now going to be in Florida's favor and held that way as long as Texas doesn't pick up a completion. Infinite Spark got 55%.
Now we're getting to a situation where Texas has a percent lead, but they're still losing. So, one of the players from Texas desperately needs to beat it. Most likely to do so would be DG Fan. as he is currently in the 60s and has 91 as a best. We'll see how far DG Fan gets. But the current moment, Florida would knock out Texas.
Yeah.
But he's good.
And
there you
DG
go. He's
Fan's
going to
just
go
not
down here.
again.
So we still have 6.5 or so minutes left. So there's time. But again, what about if DL Apple Games beats it? Right? Like, he does have 70, and people have had a tendency to die at the ending. So I would still say it's pretty unlikely. But you never know what could happen.
Yeah, I mean, this is another run to the late 60s for DL Apple Games. So it's going to be a new best. Well past 70.
There's a new best. Infinite Spark's getting close to a new best as well, though.
Yeah, and this could come down to the wire. DL Apple Games is still going in the 80s
be,
now.
For DL Apple Games, it could be 66 for Infinite Spark, but not too much more for DL Apple Games. And DL Apple Games is going to beat the level. So this is going to be last. This is going to be last attempts. 83 died after the fact. This one is not going to count. So it's going to be up to DG Fan to potentially force overtime.
Yeah, DG
Should we
Fan.
have a game 3 overtime? DG Fan gets past the jump. Not too much left. And we're going to overtime.
Are we? Because Florida has 2 completions.
Yeah,
and,
that's how it works. That's how it works, right? Oh,
really?
Wait.
No, they have 1. They're down 1.
Shoot, you're right.
And Infinite Spark
I'm
is
dumb. I really thought they had 2. So that's going to be it then.
Oh.
I'm so
Florida
stupid.
wins.
But Florida is going to knock out. All right, the match has ended. Texas goes down. As we could see here, that'll be the end of the road for that'll be the end of the road for Texas, and Florida is going to advance.
I'll be saying our goodbyes to yet another group winner here.
Texas will advance to, Florida will advance to play Pennsylvania. But congratulations to Florida. Go get everybody
Florida
unmuted.
taking down 2 group winners and tournament favorites now.
I'm sorry, Dwight. That was so scary. I can't lie.
Help! My internet just completely went out after I beat it.
We got it. We got the completion.
Oh my god!
Yeah, we got it.
Holy!
Just in time.
GG Florida.
I got screwed over because of like a frame alignment bug at like 50 something.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why I never practiced past like 50. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you just don't hit the
How many
black.
ending discs did I get?
Well, no, I tried doing that, but I don't know, I couldn't figure it out. Whatever, it's fine.
I'm very glad I beat this level because I was really disappointed with myself at the last level because I had done the entirety of it, and then as soon as I started going from 0, I just couldn't get past the middle.
Yeti, can you take your cursor off the bracket? I think you might be on the bracket.
Oh, hold on. Do I have it on? No, I'm in broadcaster viewing.
What the hell? What is
It's-
that timing?
Hold on. It shouldn't be on it.
Interesting. When I refresh it, it does take it off, so I guess it isn't you. But then it kind of reappears sometimes. But regardless, Florida is going to advance to the semifinals of Battle of the States. And for Texas, this is going to be the end. Another group winner goes down, which means only 2 group winners remain. Pennsylvania and Colorado, New Mexico.
Oh wow!
I usually do losers first when I do like post match stuff. So for Texas, anything like you guys want to say like before
I got really
signing?
unlucky at the last level. That was horrible.
I mean, you did beat it in time.
True, but
for a second my mind thought that another person beat it, so we were going to OT, and then I realized that no, it's just you. So
Oh my god. I'm in shock. This has been like the craziest thing ever. This was so tight.
but Florida
God.
again, after losing to South Carolina in the group stage, it was looking like this round could be hard, but they're going to go on and play a team that has, to describe it as best I can, has, at least throughout the knockout stage, has been one of the biggest buzzsaws of the entire tournament. they had a player beat one of these insane demons in less than 10 minutes. They have yet to lose a single game. Granted, that was also true for Texas going into that match. But yeah, anyways, Pennsylvania versus Florida in the Battle of the States 2 semifinals. For you guys, how does it feel to be into the semifinals? Guaranteed at least to play twice more, because if you lose, then you'll play in the third place game. So we'll see if you see more of you guys.
It feels
I just
weird.
randomly jumped in here at the last minute.
Yeah. But I think we did a good rounded effort. Like, it feels so weird because it feels like a lot, at least on my end, it feels like a lot of things were going wrong for me. That last level, getting to 90 was like the big boost of motivation for me. And also that last round, before the last level, I didn't beat the level and I got really scared. I was like, I didn't even get far into it. I don't know how much I added onto the team. And then I saw that we had gained a point. I was like, holy.
Oh, because you noticed that Deal Apple
really
Games beat it like that?
Yeah, like I heard about that. I was like, Apple, you're fucking insane. I was in shock.
I'm just happy I did so well on the Woogie level of all levels.
Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, that one was painful for me.
That was unbelievably tight of a tournament. GG, everybody.
Good game.
Yeah, that was really fun.
We'll be scheduling the match. I think, yeah, you guys will be going on Friday. So,
oh, thank Lord. We're having a technician come over tomorrow to fix our internet. So I should be good for Friday.
Friday will be the match. I think you guys will be the first of the two semifinals because the other side of the bracket has a lot more like Western teams. Like I think we're guaranteed to have a Western team in the semifinals. Because
yeah.
But regardless, for Texas's sake, I mean, going into the bracket stage, I think a lot of people were thinking that it would either be Oregon, Hawaii, or Texas making it to the semis, and none of them wound up making the semifinals. Both of which because of Florida.
Oh my god.
I'm happy to contribute to that.
It is interesting to see how much further, a potential Battle of the States 2 championship be there. I would say, roster-wise, Pennsylvania has been maybe the strongest in the tournament, but at least that's what a lot of people would say. So it'll be a tough match, but you never know. But I think if you guys are playing your like best three, Pennsylvania will probably be playing Magmeta, Fox Demix, and Shinster. I think that'll be peak entertainment. The best of 5 as well.
Oh my god, that's gonna be insane.
Yeah, as I said, they're a really good team.
Yeah.
Doesn't get any easier.
Yeah, I will not be coming back in for that one.
But it'll be interesting, right? Because regardless of who wins that match, right, you'll probably be favored in the final if you were to make it there. From what I've seen from the other side of the bracket. Unless like Indiana just continues this like insane magical run and like goes to the finals and wins it all or something like that. Which isn't impossible. But yeah, for them that was crazy, knocking down New York in that game.
Wait, so I need to ask, if I beat the second level, we would have got that point.
I actually don't think so.
Really? Oh.
I think you still would have because Nero did really well, I'm pretty sure. And like so it would have come down to,
you would have lost by
like,
percentage, not of the completion, I believe.
If you would have beat it like early enough, then like I'm trying to think, right? Because did any of you end up
Because
beating
my
the
last
level at
attempt was
all?
78, which is
Wait, on what?
I have a
on
funny
what level?
story.
None of you beat the level on level 2, right? And 2 Florida players
No, I
did,
beat
I
it.
think, right?
No,
Or was it
Dale
just
Apple
Apple?
Games did.
Was he the only one?
Yeah.
did-
He looks like it, yeah.
Okay. Oh, right. Johnson got 66 at the end. That's right. I thought he beat it like at the last attempt, but he didn't.
Yeah, even if DG Fan beat it, you would have lost a percentage. I believe.
Yeah, it would have been a
Mhm.
percentage loss. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
Well,
just
I
happy
died
that I
because of my alarm.
Yeah, that's gonna be it for the stream. Tomorrow
I'm
we'll
just-
have 2 more matches, and I think they're all gonna be good ones. So we're gonna find out the final 4 of the Battle of the States 2 tournament. We're already getting to that point. All right, thank you everybody. We'll see you all later.